Okay. Where last we left off. A rat holding like about 30 wands, all of which do various random magical effects, flew into the mouth of the Mother of Dragons and bit down on the wands and cast 3 of them, including a teeth swap. And so, you know, like changelings change. This is what tieflings do. And now summoned. Well, the stars are right. Let's put it that way. The stars are right, and all of you can start to hear some chanting. This sort of deep, slightly guttural, very kind of phlegmy chanting in your heads, in all of your heads, as thousands and thousands of people the world over all start chanting the same thing. It's not something I can pronounce. It's not something anyone can pronounce. And people start to go mad. The sun disappears immediately, and there is a starry sky, but the stars are unusual. They are just... Well, they're not the stars that you've ever seen before. They rather look like the stars of a place one might describe as New England. And... a storm starts to brew in from the coast. You're not really that near the coast over in Perister, but you can see the storm clouds on the horizon, and they are huge, and they are angry, and they're crackling with thunder. And it seems the Dragon Mother has noticed this as well and turns and looks at it. Before looking back to you, for now, you're the greater threat. And the rat in its mouth is the greater threat. But only for now, as Cthulhu is apparently coming. Okay, I just need to breathe. I'm hyperventilating.
Nylx looks at the Dragon Queen and says one more. Look at what you have done. You have fed upon my cursed immortality, and you have doomed yourself.
Okay. She's going to look at you and she's going to say, "You foolish whelp, what have you done?" And she is going to... You know what? Actually, yeah, this might solve a lot of problems for her. What color was she at the moment? She's still blue? She gone black?
Yes.
She's blue.
Blue.
Okay. Bolt of lightning going straight towards Nylx. How far away is Nylx? How far away can Nylx move?
Nylx was 35 plus 5 because of Gathering Swarm, so 40.
Okay, not far enough. I'm going to need a dex save,
any other distance that was already in between us, because
it's a 120-foot line. I just wanted to double check you weren't like near the edge. Yeah, so dexterity save, please. And I'm going to say that Gorgeous automatically fails the dexterity save, being, you know, in her mouth. Oh, did she go red? Did she go red, Nolas? Was she red with anger? I think she might have been, actually, yeah. I think she might have been red, in which case, it's 90 feet. You're still within range, but the dex save is easier for the effect, comparatively. So yes, dex save, Gorgeous fails, just automatically. That's not going to pass.
That is a 19.
19? That actually passes. You managed to dodge out of the way of this rolling cloud of fire that comes towards you. Okay, meanwhile, Gorgeous, though, with all those wands, that's a D12. What am I doing? I want D6s. I'm terrible at this. Who would allow me to Dungeon Master, honestly? Okay, there we go. So that's going to be 7, 8, 12 points plus 20, 26, 31 points. And that's it. 31 points of fire damage to Gorgeous. I don't know how much health Gorgeous has, but...
Gorgeous has 30, so that actually happened.
Rest in peace, Gorgeous. Those wands are still in the teeth. Would Dragon Fire destroy a magic wand? I feel like it would. Would
the dragon teeth protect them in any way?
Well, they've actually got rat teeth.
No, but they were in Gorgeous's mouth.
Oh, I see, the dragon teeth that are in Gorgeous's mouth. That's a good point, because dragon teeth are going to be able to defend against the dragon's breath weapon. Otherwise, you know, dragons wouldn't have any teeth. So I think
So will the wands be insulated with both the teeth on one end and gorges on the other?
yeah, I think so. I think the wands are insulated. So the wands are still in the mouth of the Dragon Mother, and the Dragon Mother's. It's like, you know when you're eating fish and there's a bone and you're like. So the Dragon Mother's like. just like. It's not a great time for the Dragon Mother, and in fact she's going to cast a random spell by doing that. Has anyone who happens to have 4 d10s, can they roll that? Because I've got to fish around otherwise for them.
Yeah, that is 8,683.
8,683, and the interesting one is, if it is something that turns you into water, she's casting it. 8,683. Weird. Okay, so I just need to roll 2d20. Hang on a sec. You're all within range of this. Ha!
Okay.
None of y'all will be able to sleep for 21 days.
Well, that's fine for the Mime. They're elf, so they don't need to sleep.
It shouldn't be a problem
just
for
trams.
Nylx either, really. Nylx has been asleep for the last 21 days. It's just how Nylx works. So, yeah. Yeah,
One
that's what
grumpy
happens.
bunny, though.
No one's sleeping. Okay, whose go was it? That was Nylx's go. That was the Dragon Mother doing like a reaction there. Sorry, a legendary action. It's now the army.
I was about to say, did the Dragon Mother have any more reactions to do that?
The Dragon Mother has legendary actions,
I
which
know.
are separate to them. And she gets 3 of those per round. Okay, so the army pepper her with some more crossbow bolts, doing a little bit more damage, which is helping you out. Over to you, Belladonna.
Can Belladonna see the Eldritch Horror on the horizon?
Not yet. Not yet. It is
Did I get my
approaching.
turn, or...?
You did ages ago. You did
Okay.
before Nylx. You put up the wall of
yeah.
the anti-life shell. Yeah, that
Oh,
was
yeah.
your last turn. It was that far ago. A lot has happened since then. I'm
It was
actually
an entire Cthulhu ago.
yeah, Belladonna. You can't see. Yeah, you can't. I don't think you would know that Cthulhu's on the way, but you know something wrong is happening because you can hear the chanting, you can see the storm on the horizon. You know something is coming.
I'm about to cause a lot more chaos. I'm sorry about this, Nick. Belladonna puts on the ring of etherealness.
Okay, you vanish.
Belladonna looks at the eye in the distance, and Belladonna shouts, "I would like to make a deal."
Okay, so you put the ring of etherealness on and you are boom, straight into the ethereal plane, and you see this giant red eye staring at you. You say, "I would like to make a deal," and you hear back inside your head this deep rumbling voice. Speak.
As you can probably see by our surroundings, I'm in quite a bit of a predicament. So I would like
You could say that, yes.
I would like to propose you help us. You help me. You make sure that at the very least I make it out of this. And I will
Why?
owe you a favor. Because as it is right now, I'm the only way the only link you have to this world.
Who?
Like, are you asking who I am, or?
Who?
I have no idea. I have no idea what
Who?
he's like. What? No. I have no idea what he's trying to ask.
Who are you?
Literally, who? That's all you've got, I'm afraid.
He really wants to know.
If you're wondering who I am, you may call me Belladonna.
And you hear this deep rumbling voice say, Jacques.
I'm sorry, can you say that in normal voice?
It says Jacques.
A pleasure to meet you, Jacques. So do we have a deal? A favor?
Money?
If you want money, I can get
Good.
you money. How much?
All of it.
It'll take some time, but I feel it's doable.
Deal. Note down that you've made an eldritch pact with Jacques, the Kenku guard at the Abbey in Kerrang.
Oh, okay.
Which is why it was like single word responses. I will make a note of that as well. It wasn't a big red eye, it was just very close. It's like looking into like a spyglass on the other end. Jacques has got some really strange trinkets. So Belladonna made a pact.
So obviously, Belladonna, from what Jacques can see, Belladonna was like in the little door slit he looks through. There's three people.
She's like, and just, who? What? Who? But it's just come through really deep for some reason. Okay. Jacques will be sending help.
DM inspiration.
Jacques will be sending help.
I'm sorry. I alone have made multiple extra factions into this battle.
Okay, Belladonna. Anything else you'd like to do?
Honestly, at this point, I'm probably just going to try to get above the dragon using the Ring of Etherealness.
Okay.
Other than that, no.
I'm just looking up something. Okay. The Dragon Mother looks straight at you, Belladonna, and is going. It turns white. And is going to blast a wave of cold straight at you, as the Dragon Mother has true sight out to 120 feet, which can see into the ethereal.
It can, but that doesn't mean it can interact with me.
Indeed. I would like a dexterity save, please.
Okay. That is that's wrong character sheet. 14.
That's not enough, but it doesn't hit you anyway. I had planned that all along. I say all along, like for the last 5 seconds. Okay, over to the Mime.
Would you believe I have one hell of a plan?
I think it's out of legendary actions at this
Scared
point.
DM noises. Oh, it got legendary actions, not any legendary reactions. Legendary resistances. But it's 3 legendary actions a turn.
Okay, so if it doesn't have any resistances left anymore,
No.
I'm going to cast Suggestion.
Okay.
And my suggestion shall it be? Well, I suppose it's just going to be the obvious one. Basically, I think the
Piss off.
oncoming Eldritch being might be a bigger problem. Do something about that, would you?
All right. So it's a wisdom saving throw, yeah?
Yeah.
+8 to wisdom, so let's see. That's a d12. I keep doing this.
By all means, roll a d12.
That is a 24, I'm afraid.
Colonel Shift, roll that.
You get a reroll. Oh, I have to reroll, don't I? Oh, that's worse. So that is going to be a 12.
Yep, my spell save DC is 14, so...
Well, now.
Colonel Shift OP.
So hang on, Ursat's Tiamat, the Dragon Mother, has now decided that the greatest threat is the rapidly arriving Great Old One on the horizon. And he's going to turn and go for that. I will say that around about this point is probably when the other dragons arrive, though. So there are now... Hang on, so arriving now would be an adult black dragon, an adult green dragon, an adult red dragon, a green dragon wormling, a white dragon wormling, a red dragon wormling, a young blue dragon, a young green dragon, and a young white dragon. How are we all doing? But sure, that's the Mime's turn. Nylx.
Does Nylx have any indication that the Dragon Mother's turning for the Eldritch Being, or whatever is on the horizon?
I think so. I think you'd be able to see that the Dragon Mother has suddenly turned and started moving off.
Nylx is going to shout, "Wait!" to the Dragon Mother.
Okay, you've got her attention, or at least her curiosity.
if this is truly as bad as you think, you will need help. Bring me with you.
Roll me a persuasion check, please, as Nylx.
And using that inspiration, that is a nat 20 minus 2, 18.
Fine. And she circles back round, drops to the ground heavy, and you just sort of, Nylx, you feel a little unsteady on your feet for a second.
Nylx
Get
climbs
on.
onto her. Nylx climbs onto her back.
Takes off with Nylx.
And as she
Right.
does, Nylx again uses the Call Dragons feature on the orb. Our world is in danger. Will you die like pups or fight like tyrants?
Roll me persuasion at advantage, please, as you try to call all of the dragons within 40 miles, all the evil dragons only, to come with you and assault Cthulhu in a sentence I did not expect to say tonight.
I mean,
That's enough.
since this is basically ending with dooming the world and then trying to save it, does that make it actually the neutral campaign?
Oh no!
What
right
drives
now-
a man to such neutrality?
Oh no! Right now, Nylx is living up to his role as a tyrant, as he is leading an army, basically a small army of dragons into battle.
Where did I go wrong? Okay. All right. Here we go. So you all take to the sky, and it is essentially it's a winged squadron of dragons. So normally this only really happens when the Gith do it. When the Githyanki dragon riders take to the sky riding chromatic dragons, they are hunting mind flayer spaceships. You are hunting the end times itself, riding above the mother of all dragons. Nylx, do you have any weapons?
Nylx doesn't. However, Nylx does have the cantrip Primal Savagery, which gives him claw attacks.
Not good enough. Okay, DM Fiat, you are holding a sword that you're holding up into the air and it's catching the light. You can't be riding into battle like that without a weapon to possibly bellowing to the dragon, get me closer, I can't hit them with my sword from this distance.
Primal Savagery grows Nylx's claws out to ridiculous, basically to sword length.
Really?
So Primal Savagery.
Oh, that works then. Yeah.
Raise Nylx's hand above.
Yeah, no, that's great. Yeah, so hand up, claws just go thump. So it's like, is it like Wolverine claws? What's this look like for Nylx when Nylx does this?
Nylx being a tridactyl with 3 digits to his hand.
Nice.
Nylx raises his very small hand, and suddenly it grows as long, sharp claws grow out of its fingertips, basically.
So I need to just set this picture in everyone's mind, okay? You have a storm on the horizon that is the greatest storm anyone has ever seen. The sky is basically black in the distance. The point that you think you can see starlight in it is very unusual. The winds are howling now, and the rain is coming down like a sheet. And towards it, from the last corner of sunlight, as the sun sort of starts to dip below the horizon early, unusually early, matching the wind with wings genuinely the size each of a house, is this giant dragon who is currently like completely white but sort of shimmering between all the colors. And alongside that, there are 9 dragons, each of different sizes and colors, coming along like a fighter squadron behind her. And on top of that giant dragon the size of a goddamn building is a kobold. a like 4 foot tall kobold, is it? 4 foot, 5 foot tall?
3 foot tall, 5 foot tall when standing on his
3 foot tall kobold with basically like 3 extremely long claws the size of a short sword, I'm guessing, or something like that, pointed to the air, heading straight towards it.
How far is the ocean from where we are?
I'm going to say that you won't need to get to the ocean because what's coming from the ocean is coming to you, and we'll just treat it as you're going to be arriving
I'm
very
just
soon.
asking like a rough distance, because if it's far enough away, Nylx is going to be using the orb to call even more reinforcements to this.
It's about 100 miles, but the thing is coming to you, so it's coming pretty quick. And I will just say, please mark down inspiration for this madness. Right. So you're busy heading in that direction. The army are kind of looking a bit sheepish now and are probably going to disperse.
I want you to know that Nylx woke up with inspiration. Every time I've used it, that action has caused me to regain that inspiration.
You've used it on good stuff. So I will say, the army are looking like they're about to disperse. Are you going to do anything to try and keep them together? But they're looking like they're seeing what's in the distance. They're like, we need to get to shelter. We need to run. You are currently the senior commanding officer of an army.
What do I actually need the army to do?
That's up to you. By the way, stats-wise, an army of 250 people. It's not taken that as much damage as I expected to this evening.
Okay, what's my...
Okay,
Just
but
check what spells I have.
could you have ever predicted anything that happened today?
No. No, not at all. I had an idea of how you could kill the Dragon Mother if you needed to, but I didn't think it was going to be anything like this.
Okay, what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and do an absolutely epic mime act to motivate them.
Okay. So like almost interpretive dance.
Yeah. Can I give the army a bardic inspiration die collectively?
I
or...
will allow it, yeah.
Okay.
I will
So they
allow
have a
it for this
D8 one of
nonsense.
their rolls as
All
well.
right, nice. So roll me a performance check, please, and we'll see if they rally, basically, if they stay in it, or if they run back to their homes, back to their families, and spend one last night with their loved ones before the world ends.
Okay, let's see what this is. That is an 18.
That's enough. You've got yourself an army. Okay. So that wasn't actually your go, by the way. So that was the army's go. They've now regrouped. That's the army's turn. Belladonna, whereabouts are you?
Okay, so she was right above the dragon when it took off. So my question is, would she have been swept away with the dragon, or would she be where she is?
You'd be where you are because you're in the ethereal.
Okay.
And we've already established the dragon can't affect you in the ethereal.
Yeah. I'm asking because, like, there's some weirdness with the ethereal, especially, like, when it comes to when you're on ground or not, or on vehicles. Mm-hmm. Like, which is why I was asking your opinion on it.
I think you're probably still where you are. I think that's going to be easier.
Okay. Then I'll head back down to the ground and drop out of the ethereal.
Okay, the moment you do, there is a blinding flash of white light. And you hear in the flash of white light a sort of familiar voice. It's a single word, but normally you hear it a lot deeper. And you just hear, "Help!" And out of this flashing white portal, a very confused looking young female cleric steps out of the portal and goes, Jack, this isn't the broom closet.
No.
I was meant to go here to make out with... I didn't say that. What's happening?
Well... And I point to the war, the grand battle happening on the horizon.
She turns around and faints.
I don't suppose you could wake her up. This group could use a bit of healing.
Who are you asking?
Jacques. Oh, Jacques isn't there, is he?
No, Jacques sent help, but has just closed the whole thing down now.
I'll lean down and I'll smack her to wake her up.
Yeah, that works. She's not at like 0 health points or anything. You can just slap her. It's like, ah!
Yeah, it's not enough to do damage, just enough to wake her up.
She looks up and goes, I've got to save the world again, haven't I?
At the very least, you could help us with some healing.
It's never a kiss. Jack always says that if I go into the cupboard, there's a... You wouldn't understand. There's this, like, cat boy and he's hot. Anyway. And...
I mean,
I gotta stop a dragon,
consolation-
alright, and she just starts walking off.
No, I grab her by the cloak. Wait. Perhaps a bit of healing for our little army of cat people over there.
Oh. So, like, don't tell Leo, it's okay. And she goes over. She casts. She's going to cast Mass Cure Wounds, and the army bolster to 300 active men.
So I suppose the question now is, what are we doing? This is your army. Are we going to go help with the Eldritch being, or?
Okay, obviously you hear this in your voice, in your own head, but the Mime basically responds, let's see if we can stop the world getting destroyed. I kind of like it here.
I suppose. There's no point in ultimate power if there's no world to destroy with it.
You do know
too
though,
many
that if you're hearing the Mime's voice in your head, that means you're probably going to get killed.
I mean, we have an army, we have a cleric who has apparently more than once saved the world.
The Mime looks at the cleric quizzically.
I'm playing very fast and loose with the timeline for that character, I'll say that.
So this is set like, 20 years in the future or something now?
Yeah, what you currently have is an 18th level cleric.
Well,
still hasn't managed to kiss that cowboy. Well.
Aww.
Well, onwards to adventure, I guess.
Okay. So, the lot of you take off towards adventure. How are you going to get there? Like, adventure's moving quite far away from you pretty quickly, and in the air.
Can we make the boat fly somehow?
You could try that.
Wait. So if Belladonna gets the boat out, I'm going to use one of my pots of marvelous pigments to see if I can build some sort of propeller onto the sails to turn it into some sort of flying boat.
Roll me a performance check, please. With advantage, because I will.
Okay, that's a pretty strong first roll. Does a 29 do it?
29 does it. Okay. Because you are playing in a fantasy RPG, I must inform you that you now have an airship.
When you started this campaign, Nick, you said you wanted some wacky shenanigans.
I got all the shenanigans, apparently. Did you paint any guns on it? Because with a 29, did you say 28? You can definitely put some guns on it if you want while you're there.
Okay. Let's just say it's a very anachronistic looking railgun.
It's fantastic. We've gone Spelljammer before Spelljammer even came out. Okay. Okay, yeah, sure. You have... I'm just going to send you a stat block. Once per turn, you can fire 3 of these.
Yes.
Yeah.
Arcane cannons that I've taken from Eberron. So...
I want to do something.
Okay.
If you'll let me attempt to modify one of the cannons, I want to modify it with the mortar thing, so it fires the mortar outward with the mortar wand.
Oh. Roll me. You don't have any Tinkerer's Tools proficiency or anything like that, do you?
I have.
Oh, you'll have Arcana, won't you? Roll me an Arcana check.
Okay, that is. It's like the universe wants this to happen. 25.
Yeah. Yeah, you fucking done it. So yeah, that will fire an airburst mortar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the rules slightly, because the airburst mortar itself actually did not do that much damage compared to what that arcane cannon does. What it'll do instead is it'll act like a flak cannon. So it'll fire off into the air and then explode, dealing damage to everything around it in quite a high radius. So the lightning shot and all that, they've got like a 20-foot radius and that sort of thing. Most of these are like 20-foot radius, 30-foot radius spheres that you can fire. This thing is 100 feet of sudden piercing fragmentation damage. That leaves a cloud, I'm going to say, that will obscure things.
Ooh.
Which you could either use to blind creatures or possibly to hide in yourself. So that's what it does, and it's going to do. We're going to say it does 4d10, similar to the frost shot.
Yeah.
Which is a lot more than the thing did before, which was 4d6. Yeah, that was a very high roll. It was wonderful. You're all ready to go. I assume you're all getting in the boat. By the way, what is the name of this vessel? You can't just get in without a name.
What was the name? What was the name of the town we started this adventure in?
Nowhere.
The Nowhere.
The Nowhere. It's a fantastic ship name. Love it. All right, here we go.
Wait, the Mime adds ellipses to the either end of the Nowhere, though, as they're painting the name on.
The Nowhere. Okay. I love it. I love all of this. This is fantastic. The Mime, grant yourself inspiration. I'm pretty sure you still had it anyway, but if you don't, grant yourself inspiration. That was fantastic. Yeah, you take to the sun. You take to the sky.
And I assume we just fall into formation with the fucking dragons.
Yes, you do. Welcome to Spelljammer, everybody. This is why I've been waiting for this this source book to come back. It has now been confirmed, at least. Okay. Why couldn't we have waited until we had rules for this shit? All right. Okay. Into the sky. An airship with arcane cannon. Belladonna and the Mime, you're on that. Nylx, you're riding the Dragon Mother into battle. Are the army aboard the ship as well? I assume the army aboard the ship too. They're helping fire these guns, presumably, and man it in general. Like, the ship is not normally that big, but I'm going to say it's big enough to hold this army now, just for fun. All right, here we go. So what I'm going to... Who's at the helm? I'm going to need one of you two at the helm and one of you two manning the guns.
I mean, you're the captain. You can have the helm.
Yep. It's the Mime ship. The Mime is at the helm.
All right, that sounds great. That sounds great. Okay, so the storm is whipping up around you, and there is a lot of wind. I am going to need... I'm going to need a strength check, but if you have vehicle proficiencies, you can use that to try and keep hold of the wheel and keep this thing steady as you head straight into the storm.
You know what's sad?
I know for a fact Nylx has vehicle proficiency. Yeah. I can't. This is my main game.
I think I'm...
I'm very happy, actually. You can tell because I keep giggling.
Okay. Looks like I'm going to have to make a strength check, and despite all this, the Mime actually has a -3 to strength, so this is going to be interesting.
Yes, it is. I don't know, you've been rolling extremely... Both of you have been rolling extremely well recently. You might be fine.
Yeah, exactly. It's got to end sooner or later. Oh, wait. I forgot.
We may have used up all of our luck to start this nonsense.
Oh yeah, Belladonna, don't you have a luck point still, should you need it?
I do have a luck point.
Question. Is anyone else making this save?
Just you, I think.
Okay, never mind then. I could have finally used the Mime's copycat ability, but...
Unfortunately, you're leading this operation. No one is a trained sailor aboard this ship, in fairness.
That is a 6.
Okay.
Reroll it.
Go ahead.
That's my last one, but reroll it.
Wizard said. The time wizard said so.
That is a 6 again.
She didn't mean literally re-roll it.
I'm using my inspiration.
If we get a third 6, you know what happens.
Okay, that's a 13.
Okay, that's enough. You're able to keep control of it. It's starting. The winds are starting to batter you, and the wheel is starting to spin. But you grab it and you plant your feet, and you're able to keep it steady, and you're going straight into the heart of the storm.
I just sort of do the walking into wind thing, and it's fine.
Yes, exactly. Okay, in the future, if you have to make any more checks on that, I will allow you to add your performance modifier for that specific justification. Okay, you're getting in close now. So the range of these guns is 1,200 feet. If you would like to fire, you are able to now. So the person firing will be Belladonna.
Yep.
I'm now coalescing the Mime and Belladonna's initiative.
Yep. Okay, so...
Nylx combined. Oh yeah, now I better add Cthulhu to the initiative.
Okay, yeah. Then I'm going to open this up with a lightning shot.
Right, excellent. So, with a lightning shot, it is a DC 15 dexterity saving throw. Okay, let me find a stat block for Cthulhu. Well, I mean, I've got one. I'm just going to open it.
I'll start rolling those d10s.
Saving throws, dexterity. Alrighty. Oh, that is a 20. Somehow Cthulhu's just like matrix dodges the lightning bolt. Just goes straight over. I don't know why this.
No, actually, it's
Wait.
It explodes at a certain point, and it's half on a failed save.
Oh, half on a fail. Oh, well, roll that damage, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's half as much on a half as much on a successful one. Yeah. Does Cthulhu have mental armor?
What do you define as mental armor?
I have no idea. Oh, sorry. I read metal as mental. Never mind.
Oh, got you. No metal armor though.
Then no, that'll be a 12, I believe. 25 cut in half.
Surely this is not a 5th edition stat block. Okay, no, it is. That's a lot of hit points. Gonna try and find a different one if that's okay. That one had 5,000 hit points. There we go. That's more like it. Okay. How much damage was that? Sorry.
That was 12 damage.
12. Okay.
Okay. And you said I have 3 of these shots. Yeah.
Oh yes.
Then the second one.
I will say they have to be different each one.
Okay. Then the second one will be a. We're not close enough for that one. How close are we?
I'm going to say you're about 1,000 feet away.
Okay, then the only other one I can fire is the frost shot.
Okay. Oh, I will say the range, on the airburst mortar is 1,200 as well. Just
Okay.
like the frost shot. And just to answer Pixel saying, is mental armor living with the blissful ignorance of having never met Morgan? Speaking of Morgan, it's Morgan's patron.
But yeah, that is that is another Constitution saving throw, DC 15.
Constitution saving throw, DC 15. What is Cthulhu's Constitution? I imagine pretty good. Yeah, it is. Can't beat a natural 1. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So it takes 4d10 cold damage, and for 1 minute, speed is reduced by 10.
Okay, what is its speed? 30 feet. Not moving that far.
Yeah. So that is 27 cold damage.
27 cold damage. Okay. All right. 39 points of damage so far. And the last cannon?
Yeah. Yeah, the last cannon has to be the airburst mortar.
Okay. So it's going to strike everything within 100 feet, which is nothing yet, but soon might be other things.
Yeah.
And that's a dexterity save. It's going to be the same sort of save DC as all the other cannons. So, what was it, 15? Yeah, 15. And Mother of God, a second natural 1. Okay.
Ooh. Yeah, so it takes a full 29 damage.
Ooh.
And in that 100 area, and there is now like a cloud in that 100-foot sphere that can be used for cover and all that.
If only you'd done 1 point of damage. 68 points of damage in those shots. Almost nice. And yeah, currently Cthulhu is blinded. Cthulhu has condition immunity to blinded, but in this case I think literally having a cloud over your head is enough. Because I'm not going to give... Well, Cthulhu's got true sight, but it's only 120 feet, and I'm not going to let him see past that, basically. If you enter the cloud with him, he'll be able to see you because of true sight, but until then, can't see past 120 feet away. Okay. The army aren't getting a go anymore because they're on board the ship. They're helping you fire the cannons. We go to the Dragon Mother and Nylx. So the Dragon Mother and Nylx, you are 500 feet away.
Okay. So I have a very interesting question.
Mm-hmm.
For this, and only for this, because I brought the dragons with me, and Nylx probably tried to summon more dragons on the way. Can I change my gathering swarm into dragon?
Yes.
Cool. So I'm going to let you rule this how you want, but I'm going to cast Mage Hand. And because of my subclass, the Stormkeeper's Mage Hand is unique, as the hand is a hand made out of the creatures that make up the Gathering Swarm.
So you're creating a spectral dragon, almost.
Oh no, the dragons that are swarming around me form into the Mage Hand.
This is not how this class is meant to work at all, but I'm loving it. Okay, so you create a Voltron fist out of dragons. This is truly Bigby's largest possible hand. You know what? Yeah, fuck it. We're not using Mage Hand for this. This is Bigby's magic hand. Let me look up the stats for Bigby's magic hand, because that's what you're casting now. To hell with it. You don't get Mage Hand out of this. You get the Bigby. Okay.
Which is why I was saying I'll let you rule this however you want, because this is very much like exploiting the rules in ways it was never meant to be exploited.
Do you have access to the rules for Bigby's hand?
I can look them up.
Okay, can you look those up? You're casting it at 9th level.
Okay, so Bigby's hand. Once page loads, there it is. Let's see here. When you cast a spell, the damage from...
I think this might be the first time anyone's ever created a fist out of adult dragons.
Okay, so I'm very much...
the dragon punch.
I'm very much going to be using the clenched fist option for this.
Clenched fist, just boom.
Yeah. So let's see here. It does 48 damage plus 2d for every level above 5th. So that's
4 extra levels, so 8d8 extra.
So that's 12d8 force damage.
Force damage.
12d8 force damage.
Nola says we are at peak anime now. We had limits and they are gone. Yeah, I'm going to have you all do a fishing minigame in a minute because we're very clearly in a JRPG of what is happening right now.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm going to do the clenched fist attack.
Okay.
Which is an attack plus the hand's strength modifier, which is a 26 to strength apparently.
They're strong.
26 strength.
It is a big hand. I'm actually going to give you a slight bonus to that. Count that as a 30 strength, which is a plus 10. Which means you are now as strong as the Mother of Dragons.
Cool, there's a 29 hit.
It does!
Yeah,
absolutely does.
12d8.
I like that Pixel says, as we all well know, making a fist out of baby dragons has been done before, but no one has done the adult dragons. Right.
That is That is 47 damage, and it is knocked back 5 feet.
Barely looks like he's moved, but yeah, he's knocked back 5 feet. I'm gonna multiply that by 5. He's knocked back 25 feet. Takes a step back. I am not going to have him speak, I don't think, but in your heads you hear what sounds like crows and screaming all at the same time. Okay.
The Mime
Nylx
speaking.
is ready
Wait, is that what I've been doing all this entire time?
Yes, you're finally getting that back. No, actually, you know what? No. You hear a very calm, very innocent sounding young boy's voice in your head. And he says, "Why are you trying to hurt my friend?"
And Nylx will reply, Nylx is out for blood.
Okay. You do get one thing back, actually. Nylx, you get one thing back. And that voice says, "I remember you. You weren't very nice." Okay. That's my best Morgan impression. All right, I'm sure Pixel in the chat is going to be like, that was shit. At least I didn't do the Irish accent. Okay.
We're sorry, Pixel.
Yeah, sorry, Pixel. I did my best. Okay, it is Cthulhu's go. And let me bring up the stat block. Like, there are some things on here that I have no idea how to even run. Non-Euclidean madness.
I do have to ask, is the Mother Dragon doing anything? Because we do share an initiative.
Mother Dragon's is out of range at the moment because you're 500 feet away. Like, soon, yes, but and you'll be able to actually control her on your go. I'm gonna say.
That stat block.
Yeah. So if you open up the, Legend Keeper, I've put her on there now for you. She was hidden on there, but she should now be available on the route page. On there. Okay. Yeah, Cthulhu is going to attack at Bigby's largest possible hand. What we got? I forgot you could do this. He takes flight. Lifts into the air, impossibly, and flies directly at the hand. And gazes at this with his otherworldly gaze. Okay. No, that's not going to work. He's not going to try that. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Lulu.
He's going to swipe with claws, one each, straight at the hand to see if he can try and sort of dissipate it. So, the first hit is a 20, which I'm going to say is probably not enough for Bigby's massive hand. And the second one is a 23. Good lord, I need to get rid of these.
Let's see here.
Oh, it's a 20, AC 20. Hit point equal to your hit point maximum. What's the hit point maximum of like 9 dragons? I'm going to say it's probably like 200 minimum. Okay, so that's going to do 75 points of slashing damage. And I'm going to say the hand has 200 hit points. And I'll let you track that, Iris.
Okay.
But those claws go vroom, vroom, and you can see like scales flying and glittering in the last of the light behind you. Okay, Cthulhu, that's your go, and we go back to Belladonna the Mime upon the good ship Nowhere. I should add, actually available to you on the ship is also Lisanne Betrayal the Cleric.
No.
And an army, if that ever comes up. Right,
Okay.
So the Mime, you're in control of where the ship goes. That one's on you.
Okay. I guess I'm going to fly sort of not directly at Cthulhu, but I'm going to sort of try and circle it so we're on, the dragons and the ship are basically sort of pincering it.
Okay. You know what I will give you, actually, Bree? You've probably got the Tabaxi Scorpions still on the ship.
Ah.
So you can use your bonus action to command that to fire if you would like.
Yep, I think I'll do that.
So roll away. As you're approaching him, I'm going to need another save to keep the shipping tow. No, I think you're okay at the moment. I think you're okay. But as you get closer, it's going to get harder.
Okay. So that
I'm
makes
still
it
looking
my
back and just going, what the fuck just happened? Yes,
That's a dirty
sorry.
20.
Dirty 20, that won't hit, I'm afraid.
Oh.
Okay, over to the mime. Not the mime. I just said over to the mime. I meant over to Belladonna. I read the wrong thing. That's on me. Sorry. Over to Belladonna.
How much have we closed? How close are we?
I'm going to say you're about 500 feet away now. So Nylx and the Dragon Mother are about 200 feet away. They're closing in real quick now. But you're about 500 now.
Okay, so what I'm going to then I suppose I'll start by the lightning shot again.
All right. Okay, so saving throw, wasn't it, Dex? Let's have a look. Let me roll that again. It's cocked. Natural 20. Okay, so half damage on that one.
Yep, and that is... Sorry. There's a lot of text here.
That's fine. I wasn't expecting any of this to happen.
That's actually very low damage I rolled there. That is an 8 total.
8? Blimey.
That's after it's half.
Yeah, no, fair enough. You do get to, you get to strike with 2 more weapons, though, at least.
The second one I'm going to do is the frost again.
Oh, yeah. Okay, saving throw again, isn't it? That might not pass. It's a 14 pass.
No.
Ooh, that one's a full hit then.
Does it gain the speed reducing effect again?
Usually not. If you're affected by the same effect twice, it just replaces it.
And it's just 32 cold damage?
32 cold damage. All right. That's a lot, in fairness. Okay.
And I'm only asking if I can do this because of the predicament we find ourselves in.
If Colonel Sanders was still here, he would say, "This is a mighty predicament you have found yourself in right now."
Since we are technically as an entity, the ship, can I cast Mage Armor on the ship to up our AC?
It doesn't work on constructs, I'm afraid. I will say the ship's AC is pretty good. It's a ship. It's not going to be 5 or 15 or anything like that.
Does it have that rule where if it doesn't take a certain a certain amount of damage, yes.
One of my favorite rules, damage threshold. Yeah. I mean, hell, your siege weapon has that.
Okay, then. Then I'm going to do something that'll fix another one of our predicaments. I'm going to use my last second level slot to cast Immovable Object on the Mime's shoes.
What if I need to move?
Take off the shoes. But my logic here is that if I do this, it'll be much for the Mime to fail its strength saves.
You actually can designate the Mime as being able to move their shoes at will, normally, without having to worry.
Then that works as well.
You can also set a password that when spoken within 5 feet of the Mime's shoes causes the spell to end, which could be amusing.
But my logic here is this will help steady the Mime for the strength checks to keep the ship steady.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The Mime, you will have advantage on all the checks from now on because your feet are rooted to the ground. Your feet can actually take 4,000 pounds of pressure before they come detached. You may break your ankles before. In fact, you may shear your feet off before your feet give way.
But you can move them at will.
Like, you know how ski boots, they are meant to detach before your ankle breaks. These will not.
These are made so your ankle detaches before they break.
Yes. But yeah, you'll have advantage.
Why do my characters keep getting the ability to modify their mobility with their shoes?
It's true. This is the opposite of the boots of spider climb. The boots of spider staying the fuck where you are.
And unlike Grounded, the Mime never talks, so...
Yeah, but that'll be my move.
Okay, that sounds great. Okay, we go to the Dragon Mother and Nylx. So the Dragon Mother and Nylx, you are now in range to do anything on the Dragon Mother's sheet you so desire.
Do the Dragon Mother and Nylx have separate moves, or is it just one thing?
So you're going to be just one thing. I will say you can each take an action, but your movement's going to be one movement.
In that case, I'm going to dispel the mage hand so the other dragons can actually start attacking now that they're up there.
Okay.
I'm going to change the dragon to black.
Okay.
She's going to change to black. And where's her breath weapon on there?
Right at the bottom under legendary actions.
Okay.
You can do them as actions as well. I just wrote them all down there.
Okay. Yeah, so she is going to use her acid breath.
Okay.
On Cthulhu.
Okay. Dexterity save.
DC 17.
That's a natural 20, I'm afraid. That one is passed.
Oh, well,
what save is that?
Still half as much.
Constitution.
Yeah. Dexterity for the acid one. The only one that's Constitution is poison.
But I'm guessing none of them are wisdom, charisma, or intelligence.
That's 11 damage. 11 acid damage.
11 acid damage. Okay. No, it's almost all dex. Very nice.
Okay, and sorry, something
fly on
happening
in,
outside.
just arc of acid splashes into Cthulhu's face. Again, a sentence I can't believe I said. Actually, is this the first breath weapon?
This is the first one I've used.
Yeah, roll me a D10,000, please. Because the Dragon Mother still has a shitload of wands in her gullet right now.
Oh no.
Oh, if you rolled all zeros again, we have 2 Cthulhus. That's it. We've gone far too far off the rails and nothing's ever coming back from this.
6,398.
6,398. Okay. 6,398. Interesting. Target must carry a blade at all times that has never drawn blood. Cthulhu is just like, where's my knife? Where's my knife? You just hear this in your head, where's my knife? 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 And you can now hear like thousands and thousands of people all over the world saying, where's my knife? 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 Yeah, I don't know, fuck it. It's got disadvantage on the next like saving throw or something. I don't know. Don't know how to interpret that otherwise.
It has an anti-luck.
Yeah, it's distracted. Yeah, okay, cool. With that, Nylx, you still have your action actually, I think.
Nylx does still have his action. And I'm going to use my last second level spell slot to cast web on Cthulhu, on this Eldritch Being's wings.
Okay. What size of webbing does web produce?
Okay, so
20-foot cube. Okay,
yeah,
a small portion of Cthulhu's wings have web on them.
And at the beginning of his turn, he's going to have to make a dex saving throw, or that part of him will be considered restrained if he fails.
Okay. It is his go now, so... Okay, that is an 18.
An 18 passes.
Unlike the dragon, he's got a pretty good dex. Which is odd considering his size. But there we go. Plus 11 to saving throws. Right. What's he going to do? I think he is going to glare directly at the Mother of Dragons. So the Mother of Dragons, I'm going to need her to make a DC 25 intelligence saving throw. Which is something she might be able to do.
It'll have to be high, but a DC 25.
Yeah, you got plus 8 to intelligence.
That's 23.
Okay, she's going to take 33 points of psychic damage. As this gaze just fills her mind and almost tries to strip parts of it away. She is still up though. I will say she now actually is... I can tell you how much health she's got left, if that helps. And Hang on. She's taken 256 points of damage, which means she has 59 points of damage left. 59 health. On the Mother of Dragons. Really have done a number on her.
And I suppose that'll be our turn then.
Okay. Well, that's Cthulhu's turn, actually, yeah.
Wait.
And yeah, it is... Oh?
Wait. Mother Dragons has legendary resistance, doesn't she?
Yeah, she's used them all.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
On you lot, unfortunately. You
I
do
thought
have
she gained
legendary
those back
actions,
for
I
her.
might add, which I must stress, you can do one of those after someone else's turn.
Yeah, I thought legendary was... Oh, no, it's a day. Never mind. Okay.
Yeah, it's every day they recharge. But just saying, you know, if you want to cast a breath weapon, you can do that at the end of Cthulhu's turn instead, or at the end of Belladonna and the Mime's turn as well. So, speaking of which,
Now that I have... Since I did dispel the other dragons as the hand, are they going to be thrown in the initiative?
They will strike at the same time as Dragon Mother and Nylx, I think, but they won't do it this turn because they're very fucking confused.
Okay.
Just so fucking confused. I mean, did you see what happened? So we're over to Belladonna and the Mime.
Okay, how far away are we from the from Cthulhu?
I'm going to say that you're now at the point where you're circling Cthulhu. Like, you're about 100 feet to 200 feet away. You can choose your range, but you can basically close that range to... You could ram Cthulhu right now if you want. So you're within distance of... You set... Basically, whenever it comes to your turn, just tell me what range you're keeping at.
Okay, so Cthulhu's flying right now.
Yes.
Are we over sea or land?
We are over land.
I've got an idea.
Go on.
So, hideous laughter. If you fail your save, you fall prone.
I will say, for flying creatures, if you've got the hover keyword, you don't. But I will also say, secretly, Cthulhu does not have the hover keyword.
I'm gonna do it.
All right, it's a charisma save?
Yes, it is.
Or is it a wisdom? I can't quite remember.
Oh wait, hideous laughter is...
It's one or the other.
Oh wait, I already had it open.
Wisdom save.
Oh, yeah, it's wisdom.
What's your spell save DC?
14.
What's Cthulhu's modifier for wisdom? +8. Okay, so what is 5 plus 8?
13.
Okay.
I'll be honest, I was kind of hoping Cthulhu would just succeed.
A cackling creature, a cackling great old one smashes into the dirt, flinging up rocks and mud and broken bits of tree. It slides along the ground. I'm going to say going straight through a town. Let's say it is the sleepy town of Shepton Mallet, which is now the communist utopia of Shepton Mallet, Pickles Grad. And just that thing's gone. Fucking dead. Just the whole thing. By the way,
Those poor cat boys.
Belladonna, do you have Bully Chesterton attached to your hip at the moment still?
Yes.
Okay. You hear
Bella will ungag him.
Hi, Bully Chesterton here, and I'm extremely upset about what has happened to my rightful seat of power. I tell you, what you should do is just drop me off this cliff so I can come back better and greater than all of us and kill you all. Doesn't that just sound grand? What do you say, old pal?
I'm gonna turn to our level 18 cleric. Do you have a way to get rid of revenants?
He's just like, oh, now hang on a minute. Maybe we've gotten off on the wrong foot. Well, I should know. I don't have any. Maybe we can just come back to this later. I see you're all very busy. You wouldn't want to be wasting any of your magical power on little old me. Just drop me off the side of the ship and that'll deal with everything. I promise not to come back. You can trust old Bully.
I look again at the cleric.
What do you say? What do you say? You know? We're friends, aren't we? Or mortal enemies? What would we be without each other? You'd be like, I really miss that skull. I miss Bully Chesterton and how handsome his cheekbones were.
I gag Bully.
Okay, so Lisanne looks at Bully and goes, okay, so that's a revenant. I need to look up revenants very quickly. I wasn't expecting to have that reference today. I think there is a way. What level did I say she was as a cleric?
18.
There is one way to do it. Can she do it? Hang on. We've got to look someone up. Nope. She's the wrong class. Thank fuck. There is one way to do it. Yeah, you need the wish spell.
Oh.
She has got 9th level spells, but she can't cast wish.
Wait, what was the name of this cleric?
Lisanne Petrel.
Isn't this the same 0th level one we were working with before?
Yes.
Okay.
The one who was friends with Jacques in the Abbey, who you have just besieged for help, and she thought she was on her way to kiss a hot Leonin in a cupboard.
No, this puts this timeline even more confusing, so.
It does, doesn't it? Anyway, she looks at Bully and goes, I can't do anything about that. You need a wizard.
I am a wizard, just not the right one.
You just need to be a better wizard then, don't you?
Anyways.
I'm surprised you didn't just try to kill her there for a second. I thought it was going to happen. Okay. Yeah, so what are Belladonna and the Mime doing beyond that? Belladonna, you've got your action still. The Mime, I'm going to say you've done a lot. Actually, I need to apply some damage to this fucking bastard.
Yeah, wait till you see what I've got planned for my next turn.
Hang on, there is a table in the Dungeon Master's Guide for improvising damage. Here we go. Yeah, I think that fits. Can you run me 24d10, please?
Okay.
Under improvising damage, tumbling into a vortex of fire on the elemental plane of fire, being crushed in the jaws of a godlike creature or a moon-sized monster. I think that's roughly what kind of force damage is applying here.
Okay. So, was that 20d10?
24d10.
24d10. This may take a moment.
I have a digital roller, which will be a lot quicker if you'd like.
I mean, yeah, okay, fine.
We did get you some more d10s and d8s. Yeah, let me know how much
I should play a few games of Vampire. That should do it.
That'd work.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. That is exactly 130 damage.
130 damage. Okay, I will say right now, you want to know, we've done a total of 297 points of damage to Cthulhu, which is not bad for a party of 3 fifth level characters. You know, as things go. That is a sentence that I don't think many people, I don't think many DMs have ever really uttered that sentence. The party of 3 fifth level characters have done 297 points of damage to the Great Old One in 3 turns of combat. Okay. Once again, full damage with the Guild of Icons.
I was wondering when you say that.
The Mother Dragon is going to turn green.
I will say,
as her legendary action.
I was hearing Bully talk dealt any psychic damage. No.
Okay. And if you're willing to dive down close to this prone creature real quick, because we need to get within 6 a 60-foot, about 60 feet above it, so I can start gassing the area with poison spray.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that, I think. That's no problem. Yeah, I think you've got enough movement to do that with the Dragon Mother. She swoops down. I think she agrees with that.
Oh no,
plan.
this is no. I'm not doing this with the Dragon Mother. I'm doing this with our ship.
Oh, with your ship. Okay. Yeah. So the Mime, if you're going to do that, I'm going to need a strength check, and that's with advantage, and you can add your performance to it.
Okay, so this is still a strength check, but with my performance modifier.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, good thing I had advantage. That is a 23.
23. Yeah, you're fine. You're swooping down there. Like, you're almost doing barrel rolls on the way down for fun of it. But then you remember not everyone else is strapped to the ship. So, yeah, you're heading on down. Yeah, fire those cannon, please, Iris.
So that is a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw for Cthulhu. Okay, that's a 26.
Badly passes, but that's 4d10 damage, cut half. That is 9 damage.
Okay.
And using the last of her legendary actions, the Dragon Queen is going to do the same.
Okay. So
I need to see what this is on the Dragon Mother's thing. Again, a Constitution saving throw. This time DC 17.
okay, well I just rolled a 15, so that is a failure.
So it takes 5d6 poison damage and is poisoned unless it's immune to it.
Nope, not immune to poison.
That's 21 and it's poisoned. Also, presumably any survivors of Shepton Mallet are also poisoned.
They're dead. So Cthulhu is now bloodied. And yeah, we go over to the Dragon Mother and Nylx. And the dragons, of course. I will roll some damage for the dragons.
Okay then, so back to the Dragon Mother's turn. I think. Okay, yeah. So
There you go. Firing all sorts of fireballs and lightning and ice. And that does about 40 points of damage. And they're quite easy to hit because, of course, Cthulhu's prone.
Also,
it's just cracking through that leathery sort of skin that he's got. But a few of them do and does some real damage.
Presumably Cthulhu's still laughing through all of this.
Oh yes, cackling away. And that laugh sounds horrendous in your head. It is like nails down a chalkboard combined with something just otherworldly and unreal. You've heard tell of the creatures beyond the stars that know malevolently everything that is here, the most common ones of course being the beholders, but you've heard of terrifying things in the night made of blades that come after you, and you've heard tell of course of the Starspawn Mangler, and it puts you in mind of those.
Yeah.
The Mime's just happy that someone finally appreciates their comedy.
So now that it's her turn and she gets her legendary actions back, immediately she's going to change form into red and fire breath.
All right, fire breath. Okay, dexterity save. Fuck it. For dexterity, I'm gonna say he fails. He's prone.
Yeah.
He's laughing. He's not gonna pass.
10d6 fire damage.
Wow.
That is a total of 45 fire damage.
I will say that in the last round there, you've done over 100 points of damage. Like, combined, all of you. Like, the falling damage, the dragon swooping in, the attacks with the cannon, and now this. Yeah, that's a lot of damage you've just dealt there. Like, you're sweeping in, coordinating, and it's beginning to work. And you might finally put to bed the Great Old One.
But there's one more thing I have that I can do. Nylx is going to do what he does best and cause rats to do things as he casts Infestation.
If I remember, that's quite a spell. That's quite a good spell.
It's a cantrip, sadly, but...
Oh, it's not the one I'm thinking of then.
Target must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d6 poison damage.
Okay. He is poisoned, so he'll do that at disadvantage. Okay, so his modifier is... That is a 20, I'm afraid.
Oh well, at the very least, Cthulhu is now covered in rats. So many rats.
It's not a great time for Cthulhu. Which again is the weirdest thing I've ever said. Okay. Speaking of which, though, it is the Great Old One's turn. He's laughing. Is he stuck prone for as long as he's laughing? Can he repeat the save?
Wait. At the end of each of its turns, and each time it takes damage, the target can make another Wisdom saving throw.
Okay,
The
he's
target
taking a
has
lot of
advantage.
damage. I will give him one Wisdom saving throw in between. This is a fucking natural one. Okay. Need to stop rolling that D1 for his saves. Okay. So he's still just cackling. That's all he can do. He's laughing. He's thrashing about on the ground and laughing, and the town is just getting absolutely destroyed. The heavy horse enclosure is gone. Just gone. Yeah, okay, so... top of the round. Belladonna and the Mime on the good ship Nowhere.
Okay. Now, I'd like to use my last second level spell slot to cast Suggestion.
Really bringing out the big guns against Cthulhu now, the second level spell slots. This is...
To be fair, they have been outstandingly,
They have,
effective.
Yeah. They have. Okay, what's the suggestion?
Okay, so you've had a good laugh. You're probably feeling a bit sore. Why not just go home and rest again?
I need to look up suggestion because there are some requirements to suggestion. One of them is that it sounds reasonable, which is fine. But a few others, do you have to share a language? Just have to be able to understand them, and you have telepathy. So I think that means that you can understand each other. Okay. Wisdom saving throw at disadvantage because he's poisoned. Okay. Is that wisdom modifier? So I just rolled a 2. Plus 8. Is your DC higher than 10?
It's 14. And once again, I'm sad it wasn't slightly above 14 because I had something for that.
Well, I can't roll shit apparently. Yeah. So you are convincing. I need some different battle music. Hang on. You are projecting an idea into Cthulhu's head to just get up and leave. Do you know how long suggestion lasts? I can tell you, it's 8 hours if you don't know. So he's just gonna keep going for 8 hours. However, Cthulhu's home is not the bottom of the ocean. Cthulhu's home is the other side of the stars. So he's not walking back into the sea. He is going to create a portal to a place beyond the stars. And in that, you are going to see some serious shit. I just need to look up a description of where he's going, because I know what it is.
I will say,
it requires specific description.
While all this is happening, Belladonna is going to throw the rug out her flying carpet out the window to Nylx.
Okay. So, what you see is a maelstrom of color, and you know when there's a place where walls and all that have been painted on 100 times, like where car spray painting has been done, and you chip through it, and there's all these layers constantly of all these different colors. You see that, but they're constantly moving and shifting over each other, and these layers are matter itself. They are reality itself. Hundreds of thousands of realities blurring over each other, constantly slipping through each other, left, right, forwards, backwards, in and out, and in various other directions that don't make a lot of sense to you, all at the same time. I'm going to need a wisdom saving throw from everyone. So that's going to be from Nylx, the Dragon Mother, Belladonna, and the Mime, please. As you look into the world of madness itself, known as the Far Realm. For those of you who are fans of Minecraft, yes, it's a bit like that. It's the edge of space. It's the edge of space. It's the edge of time. It is where all of the weirdest things come from. The Aboleths, mind flayers were born here. Carrion crawlers, beholders. This is where they live. It is infinite layers folding all over each other at all times, backwards and forwards. Every plane of existence flits through it, and it is madness incarnate.
So, for Belladonna, you said wisdom?
I rolled a 14, by the way.
Nice. For Belladonna, that is 21.
Okay.
For Nylx, that is... Oh, I thought Nylx's wisdom was high. No, I didn't. 15.
Okay.
For the Mother of Dragons, that's an 18.
Okay.
I had to finally not only burn that luck, but burn Nylx's inspiration to get reasonable rolls, but...
The Mime, you gain a new trait, and it is permanent. You feel like you don't like the way people judge you all the time.
I think I already had that, being a mime and all, but...
You get the same effect. Well, not the same effect. You get a permanent new trait. Nylx, you must bend the truth, exaggerate, or outright lie to be interesting to other people. You worry you're not interesting if you're not lying. As you gain 1 indefinite madness. So that one's fun. The rest of you passed, so you're all good. But yeah, do not gaze too long into the abyss. It very much does stare back. Especially as like this image of the Far Realms includes floating eyeballs, so it really does stare back. Home of the beholders. Yeah, so Cthulhu's gone, but you still have a dragon. Nylx has just jumped straight off of the Dragon Mother onto the back of the carpet. And yeah, the Dragon Mother's going to attack.
It's still Belladonna's turn, isn't it?
It is, yes. I mean, like, the Dragon Mother's going to attack at her next opportunity.
I'm going to turn to our cleric friend and say, any firepower would be nice.
Goes,
and I'm going to.
Oh, okay, sure, yeah. I mean, yeah, sure. Like, you want me to cause some pain?
Yeah, to the big dragon, the really big one.
Okay, sure. Can you get us a bit closer? The range on the spell isn't great.
That's up to Bree.
Okay. What do you want me to roll for that?
I'm going to need a roll on this because you need to get within touch range. So I need you to get as close to the dragon as you can. That is going to be a performance check for you to get right up close. Meanwhile,
and I will
Lisanne is strapping herself to the side of the hull with her hands out. She's like, this is probably not going to work, just so you know.
I will say, just to give us a bit of cover, I am going to fire the shrapnel one at the dragon to give us some cover as we approach. Okay,
that sounds great, yeah.
So that's...
Don't pay too much attention to the where it says true sight on the Mother of Dragons' sheet.
That's 26, by the way.
26 is good. You're able to get right up close and...
Yeah, but what I'm getting at is, like, having that explode in your face is going to disorient you.
Absolutely. It absolutely.
Which is why I'm doing it. I'm going to need a saving throw, by the way.
I'm going to do this slightly differently. We'll do the saving throw after this next bit, because I need to add up some numbers to see if she's even going to survive. But I will say that she's not able to do an attack of opportunity when Lisanne leaves her reach, which she will do, because she's essentially got 50 feet of rope tied to her feet, and she is launching from the side of the ship both hands out to try and touch the Mother of Dragons in midair as the storm continues to swirl around you. That thing hasn't gone. Because she's going to cast the cleric's main thing when it comes to dealing damage. The 1d10 cantrip you don't need to sell your soul for. She is going... Oh, it's actually a first level spell. It's 3d10. Holy shit. She is going to cast Inflict Wounds. Ooh. At a 9th level. Right. So she launches. I'm going to require... Can anyone remember what Lisan's strength score was? I believe it was 20.
Ridiculous.
It was up there.
Because I'm going to need an athletics roll from her. Because this was your idea, Iris, I will have you roll it. Athletics with a +7, please. With a +12, please. I forgot about proficiency bonus.
Oh, a +12. Okay, that's what's 19 plus 12?
Oh yeah, that's enough. That's 31. Launches through to the air, grabs hold of the Mother of Dragon's face, casts Inflict Wounds at a 9th level spell slot. Can you please roll me 11d10, please, Iris? I don't think she's even resistant to necrotic damage at all. No. Clerics deal out a lot of damage.
If she doesn't, the Mother of Dragons is dead as it deals 75 damage to the Mother of Dragons' remaining 53 or so health.
Indeed. She's not resistant to necrotic damage. And yeah. So she basically... I don't know how much this reference is going to go over, but for a while in like the early 90s, there was an advert for the soft drink Tango in the UK, where I don't know, they had to ban it because people would just
the ear slap.
Someone was right, slap them on both ears, but that was bursting people's eardrums when people like copycatted it. But that's what Lisan's just done to a dragon with a 9th level inflict wounds, the kind of power that you would put into Wish. Has just gone between this dragon's ears. And yeah, that's it. The brain has been fried, essentially, with necrotic damage eaten through. And the dragon crashes straight to the ground.
I don't believe the Mother...
left swinging under the ship, by the way.
The Mother of Dragons won't make it to the ground. As the Mother of Dragons dies, it returns to the Orb of Dragonkind.
Indeed.
Awaiting a new host.
Yes, indeed. The body disintegrates and the soul is now in the Dragon Ball.
Nylx, holding the orb, speaks into it. Do you now see the folly of your ways?
You don't hear anything back for now, but you might later. Because the soul's going to take a while to rejuvenate. Okay. So... hang on a sec. Add up a few things. Please award yourselves, divided of course in 2. 255,000 experience points.
255 divided by 1,000 divided by 2. That's 127,500 for each of us.
125,000 each.
127,500.
127,000. Can you add to that 6,500?
Oh, yeah. 134,000 total.
Okay, congratulations. You're only 6,000 points of experience off from level 14.
So
you
level
are now
13.
13th level. Well, you will be after a long rest, and God, you need it. You're 13th level, you have a tower, you have the Orb of Dragonkind, you have a boat, which is an airship now. You have a crew of 250 people, most of them tabaxi, but there are 100 dwarves on there. You have a siege weapon, you have... what else do you have? You have... You've got the ring, you've got the... we've done the Orb of Dragonkind, you've got the Deck of Many Things, you have...
Belladonna wants to...
a cleric who probably wants to go home.
Yeah, I'll put on the Ring of Etherealness real quick. I'll look at the eye and say, your friend should probably want to come home now.
And you hear back, You hear back, no. Seems like Jack doesn't want it back. Okay.
Can the mime perceive this in any way?
No. This happens in the ethereal plane, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I'll take off the ring. I'll look over to our cleric friend and go, yeah, you may have to arrange your own ride home.
You're gonna have to shout that a lot. She's dangling 50 feet under the boat in a storm.
I look at over the. Yeah, you may have to arrange your own way.
Hope you
home.
have bus fare.
The mime relays this telepathically.
Oh yeah, you can do that. You get a thought back. I can't remember if you get thoughts back, but I'm going to say for now you do. And she's like, oh, okay. I'm sure I can find my way back. This is like that time when me and the Lion Man got lost in the desert and we met a god. It was really strange because the god looked really familiar, but like looked a bit like a lion, you know? But none of the gods are lions. And then there was this talking weapon and demons. It was very strange. And then a woman came out of a puddle and she's just constantly nattering. And like, she said she was from a different place, but the same place. And then, oh God, all sorts of things. I'll be able to make it back.
Nylx actually pulls up with Nylx's new rug and goes, right?
She'll accept. She's extremely naive, even at 18th level.
Oh no, because her and Nylx are going to the same place. Nylx has unfinished business there.
Okay. At whatever time this is.
I'm assuming it's quite a few years in the future.
It might be. It might not be. Technically, everything I've said could have taken place in the present.
She grew as a cleric very quickly then.
Oh no, very slowly. This is the great thing about having a wizard who gives not a single shit about time.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And other things.
But regardless,
spoilers.
Nylx will be making Nylx's way with his new friend in tow to Karaki.
Okay, Nylx is returning to Karaki with Lisanne Petrel, the cleric of life and death. And the Orb of Dragonkind, yes. And a magic carpet, which is two magic carpets stitched together and makes this sort of thud noise as it's flying. Meanwhile, Belladonna and the Mime are on the good ship Nowhere with a crew of 250. What are Belladonna and the Mime going to do with a flying ship, a crew of 250, the deck of many things, a ring of invisibility? Are you becoming sky pirates, is the question I'm really asking.
Well, first of all, one very important fact: it's not the ship Nowhere, it's the ship Nowhere.
It's got to be more ominous. Sorry. Yes. The good ship.
Belladonna wants to address the crew.
You can try. Bear in mind, they are the Mime's crew at the moment. Belladonna does not have the charisma for this. But you can absolutely try. Go for it.
No, because I'll be addressing the Mime as well.
Okay, sure. Go for it.
Today, we have slayed not one, but two gods. They fell by our hand. One to her death, and the other retreating back to where it came. Honestly, do you want to go back? Go back to your normal lives of just, getting some money out of some small town villagers as a local mob? Or shall we all go on towards greater things? With this ship, with our power, we can take over the world.
The Mime's going to expend one of their bardic dice.
Okay.
And give that to Bella.
Interesting. Okay. Roll me persuasion, please.
What do I put for the bardic die?
That's a D8.
Gotcha. So...
By the way, the way the Mime's doing this is literally just going...
Okay, in that case, roll with advantage, because you've got the help action.
Ooh, nice.
It's just...
That will be a total of... That is 24 minus 1, 23.
Okay. You've convinced them to join you, but What are you going to try to convince them to do with you? I'm not talking like immediately, talking like long term. What are you going to turn yourselves into?
Long term? I mean, we have a large swath of land between these two towns.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to make our own kingdom.
Okay, a kingdom of criminals. Because bear in mind, I should add, it's an army full of mafia.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, full of criminals, a kingdom with your own skyship as well. Okay, so that just leaves one final question. Who rules?
You know what? Belladonna will pass this one off to the Mime.
Wow, this is character growth. Unexpected character growth as well.
After all, a ruler is nothing more than a figurehead. It's the advisors that have the real power.
I love that the figurehead can't speak as well. Okay, that is where we're going to end the session with Cthulhu dead, the Mother of Dragons confined. Well, no, Cthulhu has gone back to the Far Realms. The Mother of Dragons has been confined to the Dragon Orb for some time now, at least. Maybe not forever, but it depends what happens really with the Orb of Dragonkind. They're very hard to destroy. Bully Chesterton is still strapped to the ship, begging for you to kill him. Like, are you going to just strap him to the front as like the figurehead or something?
Bully Chesterton is very much it's like one of those classical mermaid figureheads. Where, like, their head is moved and Bully's head is put there instead.
Strapped there, like, this is very degrading. Bully Chesterton demands that you come here and face him in mortal combat.
Wait, it's rather than being half woman, half fish, it's actually half woman, half pickle.
Yes.
On the bright side,
Pickle Bully.
Bully is taking his rightful place as the head of a small town.
Oh, perfect. That is it. That's where we're stopping. Smash cut to black.